ईशा, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, ठीक है। ये वाला पार्ट होगा, केस स्टडी वाला पार्ट। एंड आई काइंड ऑफ हैड दिस आइडिया कि थोड़ा बहुत यहाँ पे अभी स्ट्रगल हो रहा है, ठीक है, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग में।
हाँ।
डोंट वरी, ये अभी हमारे सिर्फ 4 सेकंड सेशंस हैं। पहले की तुलना में आई कैन सी दैट यू आर एबल टू थिंक, ठीक है। तो वो थॉट प्रोसेस आ रहा है।
या
बट कुछ बेसिक थॉट्स अपने दिमाग में रखो, ठीक है। कोई भी जब बिजनेस की हम बात कर रहे हैं तो बिजनेस को कैसे मेजर करो? सिर्फ प्योर बिजनेस सोचो। प्योर बिजनेस क्या है? नंबर का गेम है। तो नंबर सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट किसके लिए होगा? रेवेन्यू, ऑर्डर्स। ये दो चीज तो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है। फिर हमने क्लास में क्या क्या बात करी, तो तुमने कुछ चीजें तो बिल्कुल क्लास वाली घुसेड़ दी थी इसमें कि भाई मैं न्यू रिपीट करता हूँ, बहुत अच्छी चीज है, वही करना है। बट थोड़ा सा और स्ट्रक्चर में डालना है उस चीज को। तो तुमने जब
ठीक है।
बात करी कि भाई ऑर्डर्स भी है, रेवेन्यू भी है, अब समझ में आया। थैंक यू एंड वेलकम बैक टू अवर चैनल असली एनालिटिक्स। टुडे आई हैव ईशा coming back to our platform for the second round of free mock interview that we are scheduling. And here I think she will be having a next level of round. So if you watched the first round, she did really well. And if it was kind of a in screening round for any other organization, I would have taken her to the next round. So we'll continue from that level where we've left. It will be kind of a little more on the case study part. We'll have SQL questions, we'll have a case study question, and we'll try to see how she performs from here on. Given with one table, which is called as sales info. So it has sales level details of a customer ID, the item that they purchased, and what is the sales amount of that particular item. Now, for the month of February, for each customers, what I want is, can you write a query which will give me the number of days between their first purchase and second purchase for the month of Feb for every customer.
Okay.
Okay, is the question clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
So for the month of February, I need to find the number of days between the first purchase and the second purchase for each customer.
For
Okay.
each customer, rightly so.
Okay. So the first thing which is coming to my mind is that I need to fetch the month February itself. So let me do it. Sales info, where month of sales date equals to February. So this will give me all the February data.
Mhm.
Now the second thing which I need to do is to find the first purchase and the second purchase, and accordingly I will apply the group by for the further thing. Okay. So for getting the first purchase and second purchase, first I need to get the first purchase. Okay. Let me apply a group by, or either I can do it with row number as well. Very good. Row number. Over. So first purchase and second purchase would be according to the customer. So customer ID I will keep it in the partition, and then order by. Order by or sales. As, so yeah. So according to the sales date, we will going to get first purchase and second purchase and equals to
I think we lost you in between, but yeah, I think we have the query. Go ahead. So you've got the
yeah,
rank. Now you are using this rank filter. Okay.
right. So now for each individual customer for the month of February, I
Right.
will going to get the particular details of first and second purchase. So let's say just I need to fetch the required columns, that is, let's say sales date and the sales. Okay. And the number of days I need to find. Right. So since I need to find the number of days, that would be
Right.
with using date difference itself. So date difference with the sales date and those
So you're
two
thinking.
rank.
So Isha, you are thinking in the right direction. You
Yeah.
have a right thought process. So your logical steps are kind of correct. Okay. So you can use
Okay.
a ranking function to get first and second ranks. Now, you can use date diff. Okay. But how do you use that is what you need to think.
Yeah.
And one more thing, maybe I think you've not given a thought. Whenever
Yeah.
you're filtering here, so you're filtering based on the month, right?
Yeah.
The question was kind of not very clear. It was just mentioned about the month of February, but it could
Okay.
be 2024, it could be 25, it could be
Yes.
23. So the year is also
Correct. Yeah.
important. But yeah, I'll consider into that you've considered the year also and month also. So let's make it 2024 and month
Okay.
February. Okay, let's do that. So don't worry about that syntax.
Okay.
I've taken into
Sure.
consideration. Now start solving the second part. You have the rank function. You know which is the
Yeah.
first customer date. You know which is the second customer date. You have
Yeah.
everything. Now what will you do?
Okay, so it so there will be two columns for each customer, that is first and second, and
Okay.
ranking will be there. So for date difference, the syntax is to be like two dates should be there simultaneously, and then only we can calculate the thing.
Okay, don't worry
Okay.
about the syntax. I can understand. Don't worry about the syntax. There is a date difference column. You've thought it correctly. If you have two columns, so if in a particular row, you know which is your first customer, which is your second customer, you can actually subtract those two dates. So you are thinking in the right part. But right now, with the query that you've written, you don't have those two columns. You only have one column which just has rank.
Yeah.
So do you think you can use something around lead, which will give you the next date
Yes.
thing, right? Now try.
Or yes. Yes. So I can fetch the previous one date or the whatever, like can do this. That's
Mhm.
this. And over, then it would be partitioned by customer ID,
Okay, perfect.
and it will be previous date.
Hmm.
Now, yes. So since we got the previous date, now we can easily do the subtraction part using data. So let me keep it in this. And let me take the sales.
Okay.
data.
Now one more thing that you have to be considerate about. So here you are filtering for where rank is less than equal to 2. Just take one
Yes.
row. Will it be rank less than equal to 2 or will it be any other condition? Just think about that. So when you are saying rank is less than equal to 2, you are ideally filtering for rank 1 and rank 2. Okay, makes sense.
Yes.
For
Yeah.
rank 1, when you will use the lag function, it will not have anything. It will just give you null.
Done.
For
Correct.
rank 2,
Yes.
it will give you the previous one rank date. That kind of works for you exactly. You just need that row. You don't need any other row for this particular question.
Yes.
Make
Yes.
sense?
So
Yeah.
correct. So in the next query, so we can directly filter like wherever the data is not null, and we will get the particular record where complete data would be there, like current, previous date as well as the current date as well. So
Okay, you can do that. But you can simply filter rank equal to 2 in here or not. Can you?
yes, yeah, we
No,
can do that.
you can't do that. See, if you do only rank equal to 2, you will only have the entire database. Like from this database of base, okay, you only have 2 rows. If when rank was 1 and 2, when you are saying rank is equal to 2, you will only have one row. So this question will actually
Okay.
not work. So what you've written was actually right. I was just trying to throw you a little here and there and just wanted to see how you're doing it. Okay, so you're doing it right. You will get 2 rows.
Okay.
It is kind of right what you're thinking.
Correct.
Lag works in here. Even lead could have worked. You're writing it in the right direction. Any other thing that you will be considering apart from this? So don't worry about the query. I think you've got where you want to be. What else you will consider? So the approach is you will try to use one rank function.
Yeah.
Then you will use either lead or lag. What after
And
that?
then the date difference.
Date difference.
So,
Okay.
correct. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
okay. So in this, since we're already having the data, and null, and we just only want the particular record where null is not being there. So I will going to filter out the sales date is not null, or like previous date is not null. So we will going to get it. And after then, just simply I will do the date difference between sales date and the previous date.
Previous date. Okay.
Yeah. Done.
Okay. So this will give you data. Perfect.
Yeah.
I think I'll not go around the syntaxes, but yeah, I think your logical approach is correct. That's how we'll move forward. Nice. Okay. Now let's take one easier question. I think the last time we had given you this question. So it is a
Yes.
simple cumulative sum question. Okay. The only change is now I want you to write a query which will not just give you cumulative sum, but it will also give you total revenue side by side.
Oh,
The only change. Okay. So for
sure.
the audience, right, you are given a table ID and revenue. You want to get columns parallelly, right? You want to get cumulative sum and you want to get total
Correct.
revenue. Right? So you can write your
Okay.
solution just below this, the output of this table.
Sure. So this approach would be same as previous from input table. Input table. First of all, the column will be created for cumulative sum, that will be simply through sum itself over then order by ID, and it will going to give me the cumulative sum. Now, for the second one, we can just do sum again with revenue over nothing, and it will going to give me the total revenue. Done.
Perfect. Perfect. I think this is pretty much easy for this part. Now, let's jump on to some case study questions, Isha. I think for SQL, you've done quite well.
Yeah.
If I just give you a couple of reviews, right? For the first question, you took some pointers here and there, but I think you knew the logic. I am not really interested about the syntax, the date functions, right? Logic was, I think you were able to find the logic in between the problem that you're solving, which is what I am interested in. So this was quite well thought out. The second one question, I think this was the easier question. I think you had the idea. You solved this previously. I think you were pretty quick onto that. So good part. Okay. SQL round. So you are through the SQL round. If this was an elimination, I would have again taken you to the next part. Now let's get back to the real stuff. Case study question. So here is the question for everyone. Okay. So let's say we at Flipkart have had our event for Big Billion Day sale, and a lot of people show up onto that. What I want Isha to think is that how do we measure the success of such a big event that we've conducted in terms of metrics? So I want you to think in terms of metrics. How would you, as a data analyst, define the success of this event in terms of KPIs, metrics, whatever you call it?
Sure. So just give me a second, Gaurav. Let me recollect my thoughts over this.
Take your time.
So metrics which I would consider first is that since Flipkart's Big Billion Days sale event used to happen, first reason like to get the new customers on board. So of course, it would be the acquisition, like how many customers we are getting by organizing this much of event in a large scale. The second thing is that whether we are getting the repeated customers or not. So of course, if repeated customers are being there and they are seeing that okay, Flipkart is doing such a big billion day sale, so definitely there is a possibility, like there is a highest possibility there will be a repeat customer. So like what would be the retention? So this is the two metrics which I would consider the most important one in this particular thing. And the third, which I would going to consider, is the conversions, sales conversions.
Sales conversion. Okay.
So like after like whatever the event it would be, like how many conversions happen in terms of sales. So yeah, so for in terms of metrics, I think a lot of these are the particular metrics which I would consider. Is it a fair enough assumption?
So let's just go back, right? So let's say I run the Flipkart business, right? What is the most
Mm-hmm.
important thing from the executive point of view? Is it just the new customers? New customers are very important. I completely agree. But
Yeah,
isn't total revenue or the total GMV that we'll do be very important as well? Or
correct.
the total number of orders that we'll do? Because we are increasing, we are doing the huge bump from the previous year, big billion
Yeah,
deal, right? So I want to see how much I've grown. Even that could have been
correct.
equally important. So now that I've given you some initial thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
you've thought about customers. We've discussed something about new customers. You have
Yeah.
given me some initial pointers on repeat customers. Now I'm telling you that there could be revenue, there could be orders also. Okay.
Yes.
So total orders is one of the metrics. Okay.
Okay.
Total GMV, total revenue, it could be another metric. What else?
Sure.
What else can you now think? So take a couple of steps back. Okay. Try to think in all possible directions, not just customers, but all other pointers which you see. So what is the journey of someone ordering from Flipkart? Think about that. Okay.
Yeah.
It is not just orders as an organization that I'm interested.
Mm-hmm.
It's the other part. It is the delivery angle also. I would like to see as a as a company executive, right? I want to see in each and every possible direction. So
Sure.
don't just limit it to
Sure.
customers. I want you to think in all possible directions. Pick one. We can discuss on that. Whatever thoughts you have, and then we can move on. Okay, so take your time. Take a couple of more
Yeah.
minutes. Try to think around the different angles that are possible, and pick
Sure.
one or two metrics that you can think in a very simplistic manner.
Sure. Okay. So if I talk about new customers acquisition funnel, so from the starting, customers can get on board. Like if Flipkart is doing a big billion deal sale, definitely new customers can get on board while doing the downloads, and they will do the sign-ups and
Take downloads, perfect. So you can measure the number of app downloads increase for the new customers, right? So that is very
okay.
good metric. Perfect. What else?
Yes. And after doing the sign up, definitely the purchase going to happen after
Hmm?
scrolling. So when purchase used to happen, a big thing which comes during the checkout process. So this is the main key area for the customers, whether the customers are going to get converted or not. So I would consider the checkout part as the most important one. So I think this I can consider in terms of checkout conversions. Would it be a kind of a good metric to be considered for?
Checkout conversion. So when you say checkout conversion, what do you mean by checkout conversion?
So as we have seen, like whenever, like for any, let's say any particular page, when customers are trying to get the orders, sometimes last minute thoughts happen and they don't place the orders. They do not
Right.
do the further process in terms of payment and purchase. So that is something I would say a quite a big issue within the organizations, like how they can improve the checkout experiences so that the customers will get on board. So in a way, I was thinking
Yeah,
that
that's a
particular.
very good thought. So what we call it as, it is called as cart abandonment rate. Okay, so you
Okay.
went to the cart, you was almost certain to place the order, but at the last minute, you might have dropped off at some instance during this entire journey of a customer flow that you have. Okay, so very good metric, cart abandonment rate. We have that
Okay.
also. What else? What else can you think?
Now, in terms of, so this is from the perspective of new customers. From the next angle,
Let's
which I
let's
was thinking,
let's switch away from new customer. You've given a couple of pointers on new customers. What else apart from new customers?
sure. Okay. So in terms of repeat customers, if I think that would be like uh, how frequently they are purchasing and how frequently they are buying this stuff. So not sure exactly how to term the particular KPI, but I was just trying to thinking in that direction.
Okay. So what happens after you've made an order? So when Isha has done an order from Flipkart, what is she waiting for? You made the
To get the order, of
get
course.
the order, right? So you want to track your delivery process also. How much time do you take for delivery?
Yes,
Wouldn't that be important?
correct.
So
Yes.
what else? What else might happen? Let's say now you've got the order. What else can happen? You can either accept it or
Reviews.
reviews could have great. What else apart from reviews?
So after studying about the reviews, we can know like whether our event is good, is actually getting success or not. So in terms of reviews, we also got to know that okay, customers are having some favorable items in this particular area or like whatever it is. So many things we can find out by analyzing the reviews and whether they are actually liking the sale event or not, and if any loopholes exist within the thing, we can also find that as well by studying the reviews. So I think yeah, so this is a quite important one. And the next which I can think of in terms of marketing, I was thinking,
Mhm.
uh, but not sure what exactly to name the KPIs, like
Don't worry.
how the marketing efforts has been done. And because for consider to run like this particular sales, definitely there are multiple metrics used to be there in terms of marketing and sales channel. So I was thinking in that terms, like we can also consider campaigns, like whether the campaigns has been useful or not to drive this sale event. So not sure whether we can consider,
We can
but
consider.
I was
Let's
thinking
say
in terms of
let's say Flipkart spent a good amount of money for doing marketing through multiple social media platform, right? Now, as an
yeah.
organization, I want to see what is the ROI from each of the different platforms. So it's a good thought. You would like to see that. Okay, nice. Anything else that comes to your mind, or is it good enough? Whatever thoughts that you've pointed out.
I think, is it good enough as of now?
Okay,
But maybe we can uh, think multiple ways. Yeah.
okay. Okay. Cool. We'll try to wrap up this round of case study. So you did well, Isha, on the case study part. I think these are very ambiguous questions. So uh, it was a good start. You tried. I think you started off really well. Where I felt you missed the angle was you started throwing up random pointers here and there continuously. So there was a lack
Okay.
of structure. Okay.
Okay.
So let's say when I start, right, when you are thinking about the problem, the way I want you to do going forward is that you take that time that you're taking off, right, for your jotting down all your pointers. So the idea should be that what is Flipkart's Big Billion Day sale all about? Okay. So one part was customers. Okay. So within customers, you tried breaking it down into new and repeat. Fair enough. So for new, what else can we track? Very good. Okay. For every organization, as I've mentioned, right, total orders, total revenues, those are some very key pointers and metrics which can come along. But then there is this entire flow. So if you see the order flow of anyone who's going to the Flipkart site, what is that flow? So every part of journey could also become a metric.
Okay.
So when I do an order, before an order, I went to the Flipkart platform. Okay, I did a search. I added it to the cart. I placed an order. After 7 days, I got the order. I might take it. I might refund it or return for that. Then my first journey is kind of completed. Okay, that is the entire process. So in every part, I will have multiple metrics which I want to see for the from the executive also, from the customer's point of view also, and from every angle, right? You have every different metric coming around. Okay. Second thing was, which was kind of important, is when we say success, what do we mean by success? Success for whom? Okay. So success could be that it could be an operational success, that we were able to handle the huge operational efficiency pretty well. So operation angles comes along, which was something around the delivery time, ETAs we talked about. Okay. Success in terms of the growth. So we grew from our previous years. That is again a very good success that we can define. Okay. So it could also be success. So when you think about what is success, you will figure out the different angles of metrics that we can talk about. Okay?
Okay.
And it just needs to be a little bit more layered. Okay? So
Okay.
layering as in, so one is customers, great. Then you move on to the delivery part. Okay? You
Okay.
have the product. So within product, you mentioned about, you talked something about cart abandonment. Okay? That something is getting abandoned. So you have cart abandonment. Okay? Which is good, which is a very good pointer that you thought. So how good the products are working at that point of time, which I want to see. Okay, are
Okay.
we able to handle this high load in terms of deliveries? That could be a metric. A lot of things that will come along. Okay.
Sure.
But it was a very I think for the initial starter, I would say it was pretty nice. You had some very good pointers in all around, and I think I like that approach, which was kind of nice. On SQL, as I've mentioned, right, uh, I would not be really much worried about SQL for you because you are doing it really fine. You are able to think it through. You know the syntaxes, the queries. I think that's kind of which really works well for you. So SQL part is pretty decent. Just start a little more kind of a structure with more problem solving part. I think that will become really well, and I think that should start working around. Other than that, I think this was decent. Okay, so we talked about download, sign up, checkout. Nice reviews. I think you added a lot of different angles also. So this was nice. Okay. Uh,
Sure.
yeah. Cool. Okay, so we'll kind of stop in here for the mock part. But yeah, I think
Okay.
she did really well with the mock. I think with not just with SQL, but with problem solving. These problem solving rounds will be tricky for almost anyone. Okay, so it's because we might not have solved such questions earlier. It at that point of time you will feel that it is something very new. Now the way to work is that you think and try to make it as simple as possible. Don't try to overcomplicate this stuff. Okay, and the interviews will keep on guiding you of what they really want. So you have to try to catch that trick, that when they are trying to push you in the delivery side of things, just try to catch that thing, and a lot of things will have some pattern. Okay, I'll try to solve this question on the YouTube channel also, so you'll be able to find out okay how you can try to think around this, and that should be helpful for each one of you. Okay, thank you, Isha, for your time. I think this was really helpful,
Sure.
not just for you, but I think for the other audience also. I think you solved it really well. Chalo, all the best. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Gaurav.
चलो तो ईशा, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, ठीक है। ये वाला पार्ट होगा, केस स्टडी वाला पार्ट, एंड आई काइंड ऑफ हैड दिस आइडिया कि थोड़ा बहुत यहाँ पे अभी स्ट्रगल हो रहा है, ठीक है, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग में।
हाँ.
डोंट वरी, ये अभी हमारे सिर्फ 4 सेकंड सेशंस हैं। पहले की तुलना में आई कैन सी दैट यू आर एबल टू थिंक, ठीक है, तो वो थॉट प्रोसेस आ रहा है।
Yeah.
बट कुछ बेसिक थॉट्स अपने दिमाग में रखो, ठीक है। कोई भी जब बिजनेस की हम बात कर रहे हैं तो बिजनेस को कैसे मेजर करो? सिर्फ प्योर बिजनेस सोचो। प्योर बिजनेस क्या है? नंबर का गेम है। तो नंबर सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट किसके लिए होगा? रेवेन्यू, ऑर्डर्स, ये दो चीज तो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है। फिर हमने क्लास में क्या क्या बात करी, तो तुमने कुछ चीजें तो बिल्कुल क्लास वाली घुसेड़ दी थी इसमें कि भाई मैं न्यू रिपीट करता हूँ, बहुत अच्छी चीज है, वही करना है, बट थोड़ा सा और स्ट्रक्चर में डालना है उस चीज को। तो तुमने जब
ठीक है.
बात करी कि भाई ऑर्डर्स भी है, रेवेन्यू भी है, अब समझ में आ गया। आने वाली क्लासेस में
हाँ.
और अच्छे से समझ में आएगा। ठीक है, अब तुम्हें बस यही
Sure.
चीज करना है कि उसे एक पार्ट को ऑर्डर में बनाना है।
हम्म.
व्हेन आई से ऑर्डर, ऑल आई मीन इज कि इतने सारे एंगल है ना, ऑपरेशंस भी है, डिलीवरी भी हो रही है, कस्टमर्स भी हैं, ऑर्डर भी है, रेवेन्यू, तो मैं इतनी सारी चीजों को मैं कैसे बात करूं? सेलर भी है, मर्चेंट भी है, बहुत सारी चीजें। तो आई डोंट वांट टू गेट कंफ्यूज्ड इन दिस एंटायर पार्ट, सो आई पिक वन, आई ट्राई टू फाइंड सम मेट्रिक फॉर दैट, आई मूव टू द नेक्स्ट, आई पिक अदर, आई ट्राई टू फाइंड सम मेट्रिक, आई मूव अगेन। तो तुम एज अ कस्टमर हमेशा ये सोचो कि जब तुम कस्टमर हो फ्लिपकार्ट के, तो तुम्हें उस पूरी जर्नी में क्या क्या देखने को मिल रहा है।
ठीक है.
डिफरेंट डिफरेंट सेलर्स देखने
Okay.
को मिलते हैं, तो सेलर भी हो सकते हैं। तुम्हें प्रोडक्ट्स भी देखने को मिलते
हम्म.
हैं, तुम प्रोडक्ट्स के बारे में भी बता सकते हो कि कौन सा प्रोडक्ट सबसे ज्यादा सेलिंग प्रोडक्ट था, किस कैटेगरी में था। तुम डिलीवरी टाइम की भी बात कर सकते हो, तुम रिफंड की भी बात कर सकते हो। ठीक है,
ठीक है.
कि अब मैं हर चीज कंपेयर करना चाहता हूँ ना पिछले बार से। तो
वहीं पे
इसलिए
एक्चुअली थोड़ा मेरा कंफ्यूजन हो जा रहा है कि लाइक इतनी सारी चीजें हैं तो
हाँ, तो
मतलब
तुम्हें इतनी सारी
बहुत
चीजें
सारे
नहीं
थॉट्स आ
आएंगी।
रहे हैं.
वही मैं बोल रहा हूँ, तुम्हें इतनी सारी थॉट्स नहीं आएंगे। मैं तुम्हें क्या समझा रहा हूँ कि मुझे
हम्म.
पता है एज अ हायरिंग मैनेजर कि भाई ईशा को अभी फ्लिपकार्ट के बारे में नहीं आता, ये मैं जानता हूँ। ठीक है, ये मैं मान के चल रहा हूँ कि उसे ये सारी चीजें नहीं आएंगी। इट इज कम्प्लीटली अंडरस्टूड बाय द इंटरव्यूअर, कि उसे पता है कि भाई ईशा को भी नहीं बनेगा, बट जितना बनना चाहिए, क्या वो स्ट्रक्चर्ड है, कि वो रैंडम है? तो अभी बिल्कुल रैंडम है वो। ठीक है, रैंडमनेस का मतलब क्या है? कि एक बार उठा के न्यू यूजर्स बोल दिया, उसके बाद कुछ भी बोल दिया कि कार्ड अबैंडनमेंट हो रहा है, फिर कुछ और बोल दिया। ऐसे नहीं बोलना है। ये जो इंपॉर्टेंस है ना, तुम्हें बस ये समझना है। तुम मिस करो बहुत सारी चीजें। मैं समझ रहा हूँ कि तुम्हें सेलर समझ में आएगा, मैं जानता हूँ तुम्हें शायद नहीं क्लिक करेगा ऑन दैट गो, तो तुम्हें नहीं क्लिक करना चाहिए। ठीक है, बट तुम्हें ये बेसिक क्लिक तो करना चाहिए कि ये ऑर्डर्स की बात होगी भाई, सबसे पहले तो मैं पैसा देखूंगा ना, कितना ऑर्डर आया, कितना रेवेन्यू, ये तो आना चाहिए। अब इसके लिए कोई ये लॉजिक नहीं है कि ये तो मैंने नहीं किया है, ये आना चाहिए। अब इसीलिए अपन ने जो सीरीज करी है, जो कोवर्ट है, आई वॉन्ट यू ऑल टू फेल नाउ। बहुत फेल हो, कोई दिक्कत की बात नहीं है, टेंशन लेने की बात नहीं। यू आर डूइंग फाइन। ठीक है, यू आर डूइंग इट नाइसली,
Right.
यू आर इम्प्रूविंग, आई कैन सी दैट यू आर ट्राइंग, यू आर मेकिंग एफर्ट्स। उस एफर्ट को अब तुम्हें ये समझना है कि तुम्हारा फोकस कैसे शिफ्ट करना चाहिए। योर फोकस शुड बी नाउ मोर ऑन प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग। एसक्यूएल तुमसे हो जाएगा। ठीक है, एसक्यूएल में आई थिंक यू आर 80% है। वो इट्स जस्ट अ मैटर ऑफ टाइमिंग एंड रिपीटेशन, तो तुम वो करती रहो, वो तुम्हारे से हो जाएगा। प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग इज द कैच फॉर यू। तो अब जितना भी तुम्हारा वीक का टाइम
ठीक है।
फ्रेम है, उसको बिल्कुल स्विच मार दो।